Welcome everyone, I am 302 from Mechanical Engineering and my topic in Atd Tt talk is cooling systems. What does the cooling system do? What happens if an engine runs too cool or too hot? What are types of cooling systems? Thermal dynamics. A campfire explains it all. Connection, conduction and radiation. Conduction is transfer of heat from one body to other body through physical contact, and radiation is transfer of heat from one body to another body without physical contact. And connection is involving in the body itself. Heat transfer continued. Only 1 by 3 of heat produced in an engine is actually used. Where does the remainder go? What are some very good and good heat conductors? How much energy do you radiate? What is the ambient air temperature? Thermal dynamics in relation to material surface condition. Thermal dynamics in relation to color. Liquid cooling systems. What do coolants do for an engine? Freezing point, boiling point, antifreeze or anti-boil. What makes up a coolant? How it works? Liquid cool systems. A pressurized cold circulator systems mainly used in heavy vehicles. Parts of a liquid cooling system: radiator and pressure cap, fan and belt, coolant pump, water jackets, thermostat, hoses and coolant. Radiator and pressure cap. Radiators. Two types: testing and repair. How does the radiator work? Pressure cap functions. How a pressure cap works? Pressure cap and overflow. Fans and belts. What function does a fan serve? Types of fans. What can a fan belt do for the engine cooling? As if engine is rotating, the belt is connected to the rotor and the rotor is connected to a fan which draws the air from the atmosphere through forced convection to the engine and hence cools down, as the radiator contains pipes in which some water is flown and the water absorbs the heat, and the air coming from the air which is brought by the fan through forced convection cools the water in the pipe as well as the engine, and the process continues on cooling the engine. Coolant pump. Definition: the water pump is the heart of the cooling system. Sealed lubrication for the pump bearings. Why? Because the lubrication is not sealed, the water may enter, or due to heat changes the lubricant may affected, and it represents in reducing efficiency of the motor. The centrifugal pump. The centrifugal pump, we all know that centrifugal pump in which the water is poured at the center of the pump and the rotor is rotated, in which it acts like a centrifuge and the water is then supplied out. Water jackets. Passageways through which water circulates through the block are shown in the picture. Thermostat. Thermostat is like a thermostat is in a closed position and thermostat in open position. Minor system parts. Hoses. Purpose of hoses are a first of all, hose is like just a pathway to flow a fluid. Coolant. Four properties of coolants: mixing, antifreeze and water, and mixer percentage, antifreeze specific selections, temperature, testing and flushing. This is the table shown the cooling system and its capacity. Air cooled engines. How do they work? Parts: windshield, round fan and pre-cleaner. General cooling system tips. As in the air there is no water supply to cool the engine, so it is called as air cooling engine coolant system, as only air is responsible for the cooling of the engine, so it is called as air cooled system. And here also air is drawn to forced convection, or the outer body of the cylinder container may be designed in such a way that it feels more drag in the air and gets contact with the air more, which in turn absorbs the heat from the engine and reduces the temperature of the body of the engine, which results in smooth run of a vehicle. And if the engine is too hot, the more heat is lost to the atmosphere, and thus the efficiency of the engine gets reduced. Or if it's too cold, the heat energy produced is sufficient only for heating up the engine, then how much could the engine work with the least heat supplied if it works totally on heating the engine up? So coolant must not cool the engine totally to down, or in allow engine to heat up to a higher temperature. It should maintain an optimum temperature for better run of engine, smooth run and long run of the engine. And that's my topic on Tech Talk ATD, Applied Thermodynamics on coolants. Thank you.